Hey, Leo, Intuitive Soul Coach here with your April 2024 monthly reading. Welcome back to my channel if you are returning, and welcome if you're new. These are general readings. Please take what resonates, leave the rest behind, and if you're interested in a personal reading, signing up for the monthly newsletter, or entering into the free reading giveaway, you can find all of that information in the description box below the video. All right, Leo, welcome. We are pulling from pre-shuffled oracle decks here, as a lot of you had showed your distaste for the cards already being pulled. So it's just taking a few extra moments here. But what I'm picking up on for a lot of you this month is there's new beginnings, new adventure coming in for you, and you're being asked to trust. Trust in this outcome, trust in the situation here. For those of you that have been going through, I want to say, even though I don't have any conflict cards out here, intuitively, I feel like there's been some conflict, maybe even mentally going on about maybe taking a solo path or doing something individually. Okay. I feel like there's going to be some favorable news coming in if you branch off, or if you take some sort of leap of faith is required for you, because you have the Fool showing up in your reading. All right. What else do we have here for Leo? A lot of you have been thinking, you have the soul purpose card. So this can definitely be thinking about your next steps. I'm hearing financial for some of you. You're thinking about your next steps financially. You may be thinking about making some big purchases, maybe in business, in your home, in your life. But let's dive in and see what's going on here. Your first card out, Leo, is authenticity. This is about your unique vision. So some of you, you're launching a new idea, or this could be taking a business to the next level, taking your career, your finances to the next level. If this is pertaining to relationships, which we'll take a look at all different aspects showing up here, including relationships. But some of you, it's about getting honest with yourself this month and not holding yourself back is what I feel. Some of you may have held yourself back, and maybe that's that mental conflict that I see going on, where should I, shouldn't I? Is it time, or should I wait? How can I be truly authentic, but then that requires me being vulnerable? Do I have what it takes to be vulnerable? So you're asking the big questions is what I see here with soul purpose. You're asking big questions about your calling, about your path moving forward. This is about you being comfortable in your own skin. And for some of you, if this is a relationship, you may not have felt like you were free to speak what's on your mind, or perhaps you felt like you had to hold yourself back, or someone or a situation held you back. I kind of get that feeling where you went through an experience of the past where you just felt restricted. You felt like you were held back, but not any longer, because this is about you moving forward, and you have this determination within you, Leo, that is really intensified in the month of April. And I say that because, well, for one, I'm picking up on your energy, which is new adventures, right? It's exciting. It's ready to move forward. And then you also have the Knight of Swords, which is determination. So you have this energy of, I'm determined to go in a new direction, or I'm determined to put myself out there to go out on a limb, because what do I have to lose? I kind of get that energy here for you. Some of you, this is travel. For others of you, it could be a new move, a new home. It could be a new relationship, a new job. Yeah, I definitely feel, oh, someone could be selling or buying, with the selling card showing up here as well. This could be selling yourself, selling your reputation or your services or your products. And you have something that others don't, right? You have this authentic energy about you. Your products, your services, your talents, your gifts, your skills, they are unique to you, Leo, and other people recognize that. And I feel like they're coming towards you. You're highly attractive this month, in, not just physically, but I feel like your energy is highly attractive. You also have the Queen of Wands. So this could be a really big glow up month for you. And I know sometimes you hear, well, there's retrograde and there's solar flares and storms showing up everywhere, and it might not be the best month. That's fear-based energy. I mean, of course, there can be some ups and downs, some revelations, some towers, but ultimately you are being guided to Embrace some exciting times ahead, Leo. This can be new opportunities. And I feel for a lot of you, there is a big new opportunity coming in that could potentially increase your abundance. You also have the Empress showing up here. This is spiritual quest. It's world travel. Some of you, this could be global or international sales, I just heard, or going on a new excursion, right? Doing something that you've never done before. Maybe some of you are traveling to a place that you've never been. You could be eating at a restaurant that you've never ate at before. You could be meeting a new group of people or a new person that you've never met before. I feel like there's something exciting that's completely brand new for a lot of you. But you are being guided to trust, and this could be a challenge for some of you. And you actually have the words leap of faith, and that would describe the Fool card, leap of faith showing up here. So this is about, honesty. We have that showing up twice here. So it's about getting honest about your path. It could be about secrets and assessments, and that's what eclipse season can bring about. So some of you, this could be some inner child dreams that you've had for quite some time, but maybe you lost belief that they would ever manifest, or perhaps you forgot about them. And the reason I say inner child is because bottom of the deck, you also have this inner child card. So maybe you've always wanted to write a book, or you wanted to have that family, or, whatever your childhood dreams are. Maybe you wanted to be a teacher or a doctor or an actor, whatever this is for you. Spirit is saying, trust that you are being divinely guided to head towards your dreams, even if that may look a little bit different than it looked prior. Okay, because there's definitely a commitment coming in here for you, even though the Fool can be the least committed, because you have a lot of new energy and you have the Empress. I feel like this is a commitment that you'll make, that it's going to bring you a lot of abundance, and therefore you'll keep making that commitment over and over and over, because commitment is a choice, right? And you're going to choose to trust in this dynamic. And it's almost like a little pinky swear. You can see them holding each other's pinkies. So this could even be a pinky swear that you made with yourself or with another a long time ago. Yeah, I like this. I feel like loyalty has been tested. Some of you, you've gone through betrayals. You've gone through maybe even second guessing your own loyalty to your dreams or your goals. But because bottom of the deck here, we have soul purpose, inner child, and spiritual toolbox. This is what's going on below the surface for you. You're diving into possibly your own Akashic records, your spiritual gifts, Leo. You may be using tarot, pendulum, crystals. You may be meditating more. This could be you creating a sacred space for you to do your prayers and affirmations, or you're just diving into that energy of listening to the higher self, and at the same time healing that inner child and allowing that inner child to feel safe and to feel secure, to feel comfortable, and to commit to your own inner child. There's something here with certain emotions that weren't met as a child. I feel like you are meeting them as an adult. It's like you're healing that inner child by giving yourself what you didn't receive as a child. I hope that makes sense. So for example, let's say you had a mother who was emotionally unavailable, and you at times tend to be emotionally unavailable even to yourself. I feel like you are healing that part of yourself, and you're really getting in touch with your emotions and saying, what do I need? What is best for me? How do I want to feel? Do I feel worthy of this? Do I feel safe? That's what the soul purpose is all about. That's you doing the soul searching. There is a deep awakening happening within you, and this has been going on for quite some time, because we're all on a spiritual soul's journey, and some of us awaken more than others. Some of us stay at a level of, I don't want to say should heal, but some choose not to, and that's their choice. But I feel like you are different in that aspect. You want more out of life. You want to live this life where when you cross over, you say, I hit the mark. I did everything that I set out to do and learn here on this earthly plane. So I feel like you are juggling a lot but you're also discovering new aspects about yourself, about your needs, about your wants, about your finances, and about your relationships. And you are being divinely guided. There is life path opening up here for you in a new direction. And look at that. Last card we have is healing. So a lot of you are healers, or you are healing from a situation. You could be recovering from heartbreak, recovering from loss, recovering financially. There is closure here. Some of you may be into Reiki or energy work. This could be recovering health-wise. Maybe there was a health situation that left you having a second chance at life is kind of what I get here for you. So whatever that is, some of you, it may have been very impactful, right? It could have been depression. It could have been, open heart surgery. I mean, it could have been the loss of, a loved one. Whatever this is here, it affected you health-wise, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, and that may have been the catalyst for your awakening. All right, diving into the tarot, we have the Knight of Swords. This is mentally choosing to go on a path because you believe in it, right? Your mental mind and your logical mind is saying, this is what I believe. I'm determined to hit the ground running and to win this race, right? And not that life is a race, right? So get off the treadmill, enjoy the journey. But I do feel like there is a sense of anticipation when it comes to this new beginning. It's like, okay, I've done the healing for 17 years or 7 years, right? I've done the healing, or I've been in that situation, maybe even past its expiration date. And now there's this really antsy feeling within you about moving on to this next chapter of your life. So no wonder, because you're excited and you do want to accomplish all that you can, Leo. That's part of who you are. You're very bold and courageous and fiery, and you have a lot of that passion within you. So the next card out is spontaneity, Queen of Wands. She's someone who's strong and confident. When she walks into a room, her energy is lit up and other people can't help but notice her. Even if she doesn't, clink those heels, or even if she doesn't say a thing, people gravitate towards her because that's the energy that she exudes here. And I feel like you're quite independent. I feel like you have a lot of really powerful gifts, but you're not coming across as cocky or confident. You're coming across as strong and powerful and wise. And sometimes that can attract people who are jealous, right? People who are triggered because of their own abilities to look at themselves. So if you notice that happens, trust that that's why, because sometimes your light shines bright and it's kind of like a bug zapper, right? The light's bright and it's going to attract all the bugs. But I feel like you're magnified. There's something here with a big glow up for you this month. Queen of Wands is also someone who is very creative, right? She's very confident in her abilities. Therefore, she could create a business. She could be someone who's really good with other people, right? Very outgoing. She could be great with multitasking, customer service, or she has the gift of maybe communication. Okay, so you may be considering opening up more in the month of April if you're looking to meet new people, or if you're looking to be more social in some way, shape, or form. I feel like this is a great month for you to do so. Now we have the Fool card showing up. Now I was picking up on that lower vibration of the Fool, which talks about a new beginning, but it's like when you're standing on the top of a cliff, right? And you're ready to go cliff diving, and you get to the edge and you're ready to jump, and then you hesitate. You're like, oh gosh, I shouldn't have looked down. I should have just did it, right? I should have just jumped. But then it's almost like you've contemplated a few times. Well, what if, right? That's the biggest question. What if? What if it's, what if it hurts when I land, or what if there's a rock, or what if there's, how do I get back up? Or what if a lot of the what ifs, but a lot of those what ifs are fears, right? That doesn't exist. You look down into the water, 1 million people have jumped. It is a cliff diving area where you're jumping into maybe a beautiful waterfall, and the only fear is fear itself. And I feel like Spirit is saying, take that leap of faith, Leo, whatever this is for you. Don't let the fears consume you because they're false evidence appearing real. There's nothing that is going to hinder you from enjoying this jump but you, right? And so I feel like Spirit is saying, you're that phoenix. And look at this. Both of these cards, they both have their arms or their wings spread. And Spirit is saying it's time for you to fly, right? You've earned these wings. You're no longer a caterpillar. You've gone through the awakening. You've gone through the cocoon process. So I feel like it's time for you to rise above here in whatever way that means for you. We do have the Ace of Cups showing up. There is a little bit of resistance, okay? A little bit of resistance. And I always like to look at this Ace of Cups. It's one of the most beautiful aces there is. It's a major heart chakra opening. It's allowing love in and allowing love out. It is a soul quenching renewal. And for some of you, because there's been resistance or lack of, maybe bitterness, forgiveness, anxiety, depression, there's been some sort of heart energy, right? And we've seen that here, I thought, with the healing. Yeah, there's been some sort of loss, grief, abandonment, rejection, endings. There's been some sort of conflict of the heart that had caused you to shut down. But Spirit is saying this is the month where you're safe. You're safe to open up, right? You are safe to listen. This is a seashell, which can represent listening as well. So you're safe to listen. You're safe to trust your own intuition here because this is a highly intuitive energy. But there's a new connection coming in here, one that's going to overflow with emotions, and that can scare you. Because what happens when we're vulnerable? What happens when we open our hearts up to love? Whether it's loving a romantic partner or a new friend or a new business endeavor or our children, right? We put our hearts out there where our hearts could get broken, and that's scary for you. But I feel like there's flow coming in, and this is about renewal. This is about your relationship with yourself and your relationships with others. Some of you may even be looking into attachment styles, okay? Because I feel like that may have to do with that inner child that I seen here showing up, something with attachment styles. That could be what we were tuning into a little bit earlier. If you're not familiar with the different attachment styles, there's millions of videos on YouTube. Check it out. Mel Robbins has a really great one as well. We have the Empress energy showing up here, Mother Nature. This is all about abundance. The Empress is the most abundant, magical, fertile, loving, sexy energy that there is. So if you are wanting to give life, right, give birth, some of you may actually be getting pregnant or giving birth, or maybe you're on maternity leave here. For others of you, you're giving life to an idea or to a part of yourself that may have felt very suppressed or locked away. Okay, there's a new you emerging. That's kind of the energy that I get here for you. Some of you, this is healing from mother wounds. Okay, maybe from your own mother, which that was brought up earlier as well. Maybe that's why attachment styles is coming in. But the Empress is very powerful energy about, co-creating and being able to water the seeds, right, of what she wants to come to fruition. And I feel like that's where you're at this time, whether you have already planted the seeds and you're ready to harvest, you're ready to watch something grow. But for a lot of you, there is going to be some celebrations coming in here in matters of the heart, doing what you love, feeling good about it. This is community. There could be a new home. There could be some sort of graduation with the Four of Wands here. This is 11-11 energy as well. So it could be soulmate, possibly twin flame. This is celebrating a special occasion. This could be anniversary, a milestone, a birthday. It could be a 20th, a 20th high school reunion. For others of you, this is halfway to marriage, right? So I do feel like you are seeing a turning point in your life and things are starting to feel really good. So don't expect the rug to get pulled out from underneath you, because that can keep you in that energy of that wishy-washiness where you don't fully embrace the joy, because you could get sucker punched because it could be taken away from you, right? And Spirit is saying you're blessed. There's miracles coming in for you. Accept them. Don't close your heart to them. All right, we have selling showing up here. Some of you are selling products, selling a home. You could be in sales. You could be buying as well, because selling and buying kind of go hand in hand. I feel like someone needs to buy and someone needs to sell. It needs to be reciprocity, right? Or there needs to be that equal give and take. And I feel like that's what I see coming in here. So someone could be selling a home and buying a home. Someone could be selling some projects or making some projects and someone else buys them. So I do feel that this is a really powerful energy, and it's going to be an exciting new adventure. If this is you selling your, ideas to a company, or selling your character, basically your reputation, and saying, I would work really well with you, but how are you going to work well with me? So again, there's reciprocity. There's some sort of exchange coming in here. And I love the cards that you have out here. You have a loan approved. So a lot of you, this does have to do with maybe even a property, as we mentioned. But this is also contracts. Whenever I get this, it almost highlights itself as that golden stamp of approval. So there is some sort of either certification, achievement, or new soul contract coming in here for you. If you are looking to get a loan, it certainly could be approved this month. You're a multitasker, Leo. Excuse me. Some of you may be parents, maybe you stay at home with your children. This could be working remotely, or you just have a lot going on this month, but I feel like you'll be able to balance everything up. I would say the biggest challenge is make sure you ask for help if needed. Don't feel like you have to take on everything yourself just because you have the energy and the stamina and the determination to do so. If you need a little bit of extra help, make sure that you are asking, okay? But you're good at multitasking here. Some of you are shopping for a bigger product, which we mentioned. So whatever this is for you, it doesn't have to be a big product, but it's something new. Maybe it's some new clothing, a new bike, a new car. This could be a new business space. You could be shopping for a boo, right? Maybe you're shopping for a new boo. You want a new love. You could be, putting yourself out there on the market. All right, let's look at finances, career, and wealth. You have the spiral, the rose, and the swords in reverse. This is good. This means that you are having a breakthrough, right? There's something here about you overcoming some financial conflicts. And didn't we say that in the beginning of your reading? Something with finances are changing here for you. You may have been dealing with a legal situation. Leo, some of you are dealing with the law, or law and order, or government, taxes, things of that nature. Maybe you had to pay in, or there was a pay cut. Some of you are fired, or you're on the defense. April could be a really big month where there's a breakthrough. I will say that here, especially with the Fool card. You have the Rose, financial relief. Some of you are dealing with child support, or money is owed to you in some way, shape, or form. There could be compensation coming in. This is about you being in loving care, a nurturing role, a supportive role. This is also about job security. And I feel like some of you, that's part of the Two of Swords, is you're wondering, is my job secure? Do I stay in this position, or do I go back into the corporate world? Can I go off on my own? So I feel like there's been a lot happening for you, but Spirit is saying, your gifts and skills and talents, you're going to grow. You're going to continue blossoming like the rose does here. This is the card of financial relief. So I feel like there's good news coming in here for you. And your final card here is spiral. Some of you felt like things were going out of control here. And I also get this could be a collective energy in the month of April. I've been feeling this for a while. Aries season, even going into Taurus season, is going to feel a little bit rammy, right? We may be feeling as a whole, Leo, you may be feeling a little bit rammy, or feeling antsy, or you're anticipating some big changes here on a global or collective level. But some of you in your personal worlds, this is revisiting a job. It could be getting a promotion, getting a raise. This is connection and networking as well, which we talked about in the beginning. So it's a good month to put yourself out on a limb, because you'll be surprised at what shows up in your world. You're climbing the ladder here, and you're definitely on the up and out. You're on an upward trend. And I feel like, yes, things are going to be busy. That's why they feel sometimes out of control. So pay attention to time management. Okay, pay attention to efficiency, work efficiency, and of course, asking for help when needed. All right, let's look at love. We have, well, lo and behold, finances and career. Some of you are like, Melissa, I'm not interested in love. I'm interested in my money. And that's okay, right? Finances and career. Financial issues could be a factor in your love life. For some of you, you could be dealing with a workaholic, okay? Or you could be dealing with someone who's focused so intently on their career that maybe they don't have tons of time for you, or you don't have tons of time for them. Or you're single and maybe you're not interested in love, or maybe there's a workplace crush happening here. Some of you, there could be a workplace crush because they look at you and they're like, dang, right? Leo, you got it going on here. But I don't think that some of them are available. They may be married. Okay, that's showing up. And interesting, because as I said that, the little fly that lives in this plant is out here. I think I named him. Did we name him Joe? I remember a while back, you all put what we should name that little fly. But I feel like that there's some sort of distraction possibly at work, and it could be affecting your love life or affecting your finances in some way. So try not to let distractions hinder you from your goal, is what I'm hearing. For those of you that are single, worth waiting for. Okay, worth waiting for. It says divine timing is at work in your love life. And for those of you that are partnered up, or you feel like the weight of the world with finances or career has been heavy, it may be an important month to express your love, right? To let that inner child come out and have a little fun. Let your hair down. Go out to dinner, go out on a date night, go ahead and make the romantic gesture, maybe even taking a few days off and rebuilding this sense of trust and commitment and loyalty towards each other. All right, let's look at the soul's truth here. You had 3 cards that came out. Beautiful. Look at this. You have, what am I grateful for right now? And I tell you, Leo, I think you're the 3rd sign so far out of 5 that I've done, and you're the 3rd one to get this, not a coincidence. I feel like in the month of April, we are asked to adopt that abundant mindset. Okay, it says adopt an abundant mindset. Gratitude is the antidote to all of our problems. It is impossible to be fearful and grateful at the same time. Gratitude improves our health, opens our heart, and changes our state. Today's soul action. The universal law of attraction says that we attract into our lives that on which we are focused. Close your heart. Put your hands on your heart, or close your heart. Okay, whoa, we don't want to close the heart. I take that back. Some of you, we need to work on opening the heart, apparently. Close your eyes, put your hands on your heart, and think of 3 things for which you are grateful for today. Okay, notice the abundance growing within you. And just like the other readings, for those of you that would like to be entered into the free monthly reading giveaway where I draw 1 winner around the 1st of each month, I want you to drop in the comment section below 3 things that you're grateful for. There's power in words. There's power in writing it down or typing it out. So in the comment section, 3 things today that you are grateful for. That will get you into that entry to be part of that free reading giveaway. All right, we have, am I clear on what my soul really wants? Take out the shoulds and the limitations. Get out of your head and pay attention to your heart's desires instead. If you knew it was impossible to fail, what would you do? Wherever you go, Leo, go with all your heart. Today's soul action. Ask yourself, what is it that your soul really wants? What does your heart crave? Then take 1 step in that direction. Yeah, take a leap in that direction, actually. We have the leap of faith. We have the Fool. We have the Ace of Cups. That goes hand in hand with what your soul is telling you at this time. And lastly, we have, what can I burn? Burn it. Burn it all. The ugly lies, the pain, the shame, the criticism, the images that run through your head, the reminders of what you did wrong, and the proof that you're not good enough. Burn, baby, burn, because your soul is calling. It's time for a rebirth. You are like the phoenix. Hello, Fool card. You're like the phoenix rising from the ashes, no longer attached to the past. You are free. Your wings are ready, so use them. Leo, you can't make that up. Did we not reference the wings earlier? Your wings are ready. Use them. You have the phoenix here. How powerful is this? Make the choice that you will no longer let the past define you. Pick up your pen. What will your next chapter look like? Because you see it opening up. The Fool is opening up that chapter. So whatever the lies, right? The shame, the criticism, the pain, whatever that is that you are healing and mending that we talked about in the beginning, it's time to let that all come burning down, because none of it belongs where you're going, right? You've been working on the healing. You're ready for a new adventure. And last but not least, we have the fault line, So we're just going to take a moment. This is a beautiful deck from the Wild Unknown archetype with the fault line here. And I'm kind of getting the energy of both worlds. It's like between worlds, you still feel maybe a little bit of that Two of Swords energy showing up, where you're going back and forth a little bit. But the fault line is all about the fissure, the crack, and the weak line. So yeah, addressing something with earthquakes as well. Some of you could live on a fault line, or you may live near a place that has earthquakes. Imagine walking across a frozen lake that begins to crack before your eyes. No matter how optimistic and brave you might be, panic ensues. You become fearful and tense and long for stable ground. Such is the energy of the fault line. It's the energy of walking on eggshells, of precarious dynamics, of sensing what is ready to break open into chaos. It's likely this cracking open is overdue. Yeah, whew. Remember earlier, and I have major goosebumps here. Remember earlier on, and I said, you may have been in a situation that is, you're ready. There's this anticipation. There's this maybe anxiety here, or panic at times of heading in a new direction, right? That could be part of where you're coming out of with the fault line. It's likely this cracking open is overdue, as fault lines develop slowly and naturally from underlying elemental pressures. This card comes as a potent warning not to deny the shakiness that's afoot. It's much better to prepare yourself for change than to walk along the fault line pretending all is well. There is no easy fix for the situation at hand. It will require a foundational shift that alters the current dynamics from the ground up. You're redefining your reality. That's what this is about. Redefining your reality and breaking open. That's why you have the authenticity card here. That's why Spirit is saying trust. You are heading towards an exciting new adventure. The hardest part here is allowing this to break open for you. The hardest part is trusting, taking a leap of faith, and moving towards this new beginning, whatever that is here for you. When this shows up as the reverse, it can be about pretending, it can be precariousness, or even delusion at times, right? Oh, if I just wish this, if I just think this happy, I'll be happy, right? The relationship where a spouse is cheating and they're never home and they're working and they have addictions, right? Well, maybe that person isn't as bad as I thought they were, right? That's delusional thinking. Something needs to be broken open here, because you have the authenticity. This is the truth. This is getting honest about a situation. In Japanese kintsugi pottery, gold is used to mend cracks. Breaks are thought of as precious rather than something to be hidden. Beautiful. And you actually see, the gold on the singing bowl there. So there's something here that you are absolutely healing. Oh, I love this. And then lastly here, it is possible that something a loved one said caused a crack in your relationship that has never been mended. Revisit the time to heal. The time to heal is high. Yeah, so if there is something someone said to you that's caused a little bit of crack in the foundation, right? This could be about breaking it wide open instead of holding it in and pretending like it doesn't bother you, or pretending like it didn't affect you. That's just causing repression within oneself, Leo. It's time to stand up for yourself, redefine your reality, even if that means a few relationships get broken wide open. This is the time. That's why eclipse season is here. That's the solar flares and the storms and all of that stuff here. That is why Mercury retrograde comes in as well, to allow us to reevaluate how far we've come, where we're going, and what needs to be readdressed, replenished, revamped, right? All of the REs is how I like to think of retrograde. So if there are any fault lines or any cracks in the foundation, this is the month to address them so you can have a powerful, stable new beginning. And you're in your power this month as well, Leo. This is your energy, fire. Be spontaneous. Don't be afraid to take that leap of faith and jump into the chaos in a way, okay? And I don't want to say that as in jump into some sort of drama or stir the pot, but if it's something that you can no longer ignore, it's time to jump into that because it's going to change your reality, and I feel for the better. That is what I have for you, beautiful souls. I hope that resonates. If so, please hit that thumbs up button. It certainly helps get the divine channeled messages out there to those that need it most. And it certainly helps the growth of the channel, which I am so grateful for. Thank you so much, Leo, for tuning in today. Lots of love.